Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to participate and speak in this event on behalf of the United Nations and in celebration of the Day of the Righteous of Humanity, a day that pays tribute to those who saved lives during the Holocaust, genocides, and crimes against humanity. I'm particularly honored to support the importance of celebrating the example of the righteous of the past and of the present, as the Office of the Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide was created in response to instances in history in which targeted actions aimed at the destruction of particular groups of people were taken. In celebrating the Day of the Righteous, we remember that coming to the aid of others and defending the truth not only constitutes some of the highest aspirations we can have collectively, but they also represent an urgent need at a time when healing the wounds of our hurting world has become more critical than ever. Today, we also celebrate the responsibility we all possess in building a world where inclusion is the norm rather than the exception, where all voices have a say in shaping the future of their countries, where we seek points of convergence rather than lines of division, where difference is not feared, and where the promotion and protection of human rights becomes a guiding light both for those in positions of power as for every single individual. Today, we honor Dag Hammarskjöld as one of the individuals embodying the ideals of responsibility, tolerance, and understanding. These are values the world highly needs. We must do our utmost to nourish, support, and promote these values. As many of you know, Dag Hammarskjöld served as United Nations Secretary General from 1953 to 1961, experiencing a tragic death on a plane crash in what was then Northern Rhodesia, now Zambia, while en route to ceasefire negotiations in former Congo, which is currently the Democratic Republic of Congo. He is the only person in history to be awarded a Nobel Peace Prize posthumously, and for very good reasons. Much has been written about his work and legacy. For us in the United Nations, his tenure as Secretary General laid the foundations of much of what our organization has strived to be in the years since. He fought for the independence of our organization in its early years, at a time when this was critical to demonstrate the United Nations' commitment to humanity as a whole rather than to any group of states or individuals. His behavior mirrored what he expected from all United Nations civil servants. He strived to equip each of them with the space and tools to do this work impartially and with the Charter of the United Nations as their only guiding force and principle. He was a firm believer that all nations are equal and fought to preserve the rights of each of them, not only in their interactions in United Nations bodies and organs, but also in their ability to lead and contribute to the collective agendas of the entire humankind. His tragic death in service embodies, perhaps better than anything else, his courage and commitment to equality, peace, and humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, Dag Hammarskjöld was described by contemporaries as a true humanist, a person who sought and found beauty in different manifestations of art, who held a deep appreciation for the value of diversity, and who embraced the contribution of the different cultures to the collective pulse of one humanity. His spirituality was a driving force in much of what he did. His life embodied the strong belief that it is not enough to be tolerant in the sense of tolerating one another, but that we must all strive for embracing each other's aspirations, hopes, and beliefs, and work together to achieve them. Today, as during his times, these ideals remain as elusive as they are essential. His life and service constitute a moral direction for us all. While speaking to all of you today on behalf of the United Nations, I reflect on the importance of these values in connection to the specific mandate I hold, that of prevention of genocide. In preventing this most heinous crime, there is no force that can be more powerful than inclusion, respect, and appreciation of diversity, and commitment to build a common and prosperous future, free from hatred and discrimination in all its forms. The moral call of Dag Hammarskjöld and all of the righteous constitutes a call of duty we must respond to. In respect to my specific mandate, here in Italy, I know that the democratic responsibility of citizens has led to parliamentary discussions on options to strengthen the genocide prevention architecture through specific parliamentary reports or appointment of a thematic advisor. These are steps that I encourage for all states who hold a primary responsibility to protect their populations and to manage diversity constructively, and I stand ready to support such efforts as necessary. But allow me to conclude these remarks with a direct call to the young generation, for whom the meaning of this day is so important. They are the ones who will need to carry the baton of the righteous we are honoring today. To them, I say, be a humanist. Stand up against racism and hate. Build inclusion. Embrace education and knowledge. They are such powerful forces. Education and knowledge helps to counter racism and discrimination, gives us tools to value and respect not only what is closest to us, but also what seems different or distant. They expand our horizons, they feed our curiosity, and make us hungry for more knowledge. They make us human, they build our dreams. When hatred and exclusion succeeds, we must redouble our efforts to fight for compassion and unity. Division must not win, peace and reconciliation must prevail. The world needs bridges to bring people together, to unite cities and countries, to overcome all types of barriers. Hear the call of all the peacemakers in the world and join them in working relentlessly to make the world a better place. That is precisely what the righteous did. Let us honor them with our words and, more importantly, with our actions, day in and day out. Thank you very much.